Good. I think it's Tuesday afternoon, or actually it's Tuesday around maybe 4-ish. Anyway, so what I want to go over real quick is a few lessons ago, I put out some arpeggios, right, that were just like 4-note arpeggios, but I kind of didn't really explain much, all right, the process of how to. Uh, it's not a hard it's not a hard arpeggio to do at all. Um, so I'm just gonna do it as a 12th fret, and I'll call out what I'm, basically the fret marker numbers. That way you have a reference, and then you can practice to them how, whichever way you like. They're really actually, um, it's basically it's a so there are only three. You're starting on the G string, right? E A D G, right? Because you're only playing from D or from G B E. So you're just basically G B E, and you're turning it around, right? That's what makes these kind of easier to play than like if you play a major arpeggio shape, right? Or even a minor. The majors can be a little bit harder because you're doing a wider stretch. But this, at the 12th fret, this little arpeggio 4-note, repeating arpeggio is really good for harmony stuff. If you're trying to work out something that has a lot of harmony. So it's basically like on the G string, right? 12, 13 on the B, 12 on the G, 15 is a turnaround on the E string, which would be your G. Now I've seen this, you can do this to either the G or the A. Okay, so here's the other alternate pattern you can use with it, which is just going, basically you're in on the G string, you're going 14, and on the B you're going 13, and on the E you're going back to 12. 15 on the E. Then where it can kind of be cool is when you mix them, right? So I suggest you learn the pattern slowly. You can move that pattern all over the neck, right? You don't have to just stay right here. I'm showing you it. My demonstration is just 12th fret because that's going to be the easiest place where you'll, for your fingers in your hands before they start getting, if you're a beginner and your hands aren't used to moving that fast, your fingers, they're going to get tired, right? I'm working on my way through each one. I'm jumping back and forth, right? And you'll see that the pattern that I'm using is, I'm basically doing I'm basically doing the 13 on the, or 14 on the G, 13 on the B, and 12, right, on the E. Then I'm hitting 15, which is the G note, on the E string. Then the way I come back is where it changes. So when I come back, I'm basically doing 12, 13, right? So we're going G, E, C, G. It flows that way. If it will flow much easier than trying to mix them up. That's what I found. That's the way I'm playing it right now. If if you really listen, you can see and watch and hear how they kind of they come together better. They sound better. So anyway, that's just my little arpeggio for the day, and I will get back with you guys soon. Someone's calling, but anyway, I'm gonna edit it right just so you can see what I'm doing. But hopefully it helps you guys. You know, it's not that hard. They're not hard patterns. You just have to practice them a lot. And make note that you don't always have to be playing them light speed, right? You know, you want a really good. Another thing, when you end up playing a scale wherever you may end, that's going to be your chord, right? In the key of G major, E minor. I know this is where my E minor is, right? So if I want to do something really flashy, you want to slow down before you jump to the chord. It sounds better. Got that? Anyway, I'll give you guys some more secrets and tips later, but you know, this is a little bit. It's not hard, but like I said, I want you guys to learn. You know what I mean? Like, I've been playing a long time, and I have quite a bit of knowledge, and I like to see people get better from me helping, right? I think it's good. I think it's great. And thanks to all the new subscribers. Thanks to all the old subscribers. And thanks for the input, because I do appreciate it. Even if it's negative,